All right, so in Berlin at a restaurant slash bar with the homies. All right, so Edu, tell us how did you enjoy the workshop?
Well, it was pretty great. I enjoyed really much Eric having us pushing out of our comfort zone. It was really great. So I came here to experience new stuff, to get to be a better photographer, and I think I achieved that. I mean, just by speaking to other people about photography, just been a great experience.
So what was your favorite part of the workshop, if you could choose one thing?
I don't know, the after workshop have been great. I mean, we have been talking about photography, exchanging experiences, telling each other stories, sharing documents, books. I don't know. It's just these things that when you are with other photographers, you feel connected in some way. You know, it doesn't matter if your photography is way different. It's just this passion that connects everyone on the table, which makes it a great evening.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, Claudio. Yeah. How you feeling?
Really good. And Eric, you should explain. Dinners are a really important part of the workshop.
Oh yeah. Why do you say so?
Because now it's networking time, is sharing knowledge and ideas and everything. So good.
So talk about the workshop. So what are some of the things you really enjoyed?
Well, it's a complete experience. You get theory and practice, and you go out on the street, and then you get to comment everything. And I mean, which was something I was completely missing, because you got your peers and the master reviewing your job, which is something you can't experience every day. And so that was really important for me.
So how does what do you think about the critique session?
I mean, that's tough, but I mean, you have to withstand that. It's part of what makes you better photographer.
And how did the group critique help compared to Flickr or the internet?
Well, on Flickr on the internet, critiques are not so useful in the sense that, okay, that's good, that's bad, that's great, but you don't really get feedback on.
Oh, those are the words. Oh, man. Word for best
photography super group on you're invited.
Yeah. Now, what do you want to work on now that the workshop's over? What do you want to focus on?
I have such a huge load of ideas to work on. Like, for example, I could try starting shooting my own city, which is something I never did, or whatever. I mean, now a good point is started to think about projects, which is something that you're not used to. But now, I mean, the guys here shared some ideas, some projects they're working on, and it's really interesting to see other people's ideas.
Awesome. So, Matteo, yeah, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
What did you have for dinner?
Oh, I have a big bowl of match. Eisbein. Eisbein.
What does that mean in German?
Eisbein? Ja, that's das. Schweinefleisch.
Wait, so what did I have for dinner?
You had a slaughter plate? Eine Schlachtplatte. Lots of meat.
Tell it with a Schlachtplatte.
Wait, tell us again about German. What's so interesting about the German language?
Well, German words, if you say them out loud with a certain aggression in your pronunciation, they all really sound kind of funny.
Such as?
Such as butterfly, which is like a nice word, it's really soft. But in German, it's Schmetterling. So, you don't have to say Schmetterling, you can say Schmetterling, but if there's a certain pronunciation, they turn out to be really funny.
How about I love you?
Ich liebe dich.
Right. So Matteo, so tell us what difficulties you had before the workshop. What difficulties did you have before the workshop?
Before the workshop, I was very intimidated to approach people.
And during the workshop, I could see Eric how it approaches a person, how ask to take a photo, or how to react if people don't agree or maybe. So it was very interesting, and also it was very interesting to analyze our photo after the shooting. So it was a great experience.
Awesome. All right. Back to you, Jean. So, how important do you think it is to have a community in street photography?
Well, it's the most important thing in my opinion, because I mean, you need like people that have the same stuff on their mind, like the same thoughts, so you can share your images in a smaller community. So like you can get real feedback of people who have knowledge about street photography, who had the same experience like you did. So they can share that with you, so you can actually learn something.
So what do you think about shooting with Julianne and her work?
Well, it was an awesome experience because the first day on a workshop we went out with you, Eric, and she has like such a different approach to like street photography or photography in general. And while you are like really kind of like aggressively shooting, like really looking for certain moments, she takes her time and looks for a certain place or situation, and then really takes her time to compose and look for the right moment. And I think two great approaches to photography, and you should really try both and find out which is the right one for you.
Okay, heading over to Julian. Oh, you. So Julian.
I can do rubber then.
Okay. So introduce yourself to the camera.
Hi, I'm Julianne, the Jumbo Shrimp Julianne.
And where are you from, Julianne?
Originally from Munich, but I live in Berlin right now.
Okay. So tell us your history about photography. How'd you get into photography?
Oh, so it's a long story, but to make it short, when I was 14, I got a video camera. I made many videos, and I told Eric before they were horrible. They were not funny. They were not good. But I loved doing it. And then the video camera broke. I switched to photography.
This reservation is not coming, so if you'd like to sit back there, that's okay.
Oh, we're fine. After I finished school, I thought I wanted to do an internship in photography. I liked it. I applied for a photography school. If they would not have taken me, I would have stopped. I would have been a banker right now. I would not sit here. Yes, or baker maybe more. Or hip hop MC.
Oh yeah!
But then, yeah. So they accepted me. So the world didn't have to see me as a hip hop MC. And then after school, I thought I have to move to New York because that's what you do as a photographer. And I think it's still true. It was ups and downs, but it was a good time. And the story continues that I didn't like New York anymore. I moved to Hawaii. As a day job, I was working on the phone with a vacation rental.
Oh yeah.
But then taking photographs at night. And after Hawaii, I went back to Munich. I applied for a scholarship to go to Korea.
Oh yeah.
I studied 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
잘 지냈어요? So I studied visual communication in Korea for 1.5 years, taking many photographs.
Many.
And
How
the
often?
students,
How often?
at least one each day, which is rare for me. And all the students here at the workshop, they had to look at them.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, guys. And then after Korea, I was living 1 more year in Munich doing freelance photography and having 2 galleries selling my work.
Oh yeah.
And then I moved to Berlin. This is where I am right now, enjoying the workshop of Kim Erik.
So describe your style and your methodology when shooting on the streets. What do you look for? What pace do you go at?
As mentioned, I'm looking for quiet moments within the fast-paced city life, and I'm always looking like the basics of photography: light and color and composition. And usually I don't know what I'm looking for. There's certain interests I have, but I never know what I will find.
And how do you think your photos are a reflection of who you are?
It's a mix. In one way, they're the opposite of what I am. I'm not that quiet actually, and it's compensating the speeded up life, I think. But on the other hand, they do reflect me like a sublime humor there's sometimes in it, and being very curious. I love, like I once said in an interview, I said I love that you can be curious by profession when you're a photographer. Just a license to be curious.
License to be curious.
Yeah.
That'd make a nice
Yeah.
cover for a book.
Yeah.
A license to be curious.
Yeah. So I think that's one thing I like. Like I told them when I was walking around that I go up on roofs, I go up into courtyards, and when people ask, I say I'm a photographer, and they're like, oh, sure, yeah, then let's go. If you just say, well, I'm interested in courtyards, they're like, go out, go out. Yeah. So I love that, and I think what I liked about this whole thing here, the same spirit, like liking life and liking adventures, being curious. Nice.
High five.
High five.
Yuri.
Hello.
Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil.
arrived
Do you
2
like your
days.
Brazilian BBQ?
Yes, very much.
You guys use swords, right?
Swords?
You hold the meat on swords and like cut them. And, oh yeah.
Churrasco.
Yeah. So tell us how you got started in street photography.
I started last year, like watching. Always loved like Cartier-Bresson, and I was doing collages before, and decided to get a DSLR. And after seeing like many photos of street photography, reading your blog and everything, I decided to try it.
And
So-
what are some difficulties and frustrations you had when you first started street photography?
Well, I'm a very shy person, and this whole street thing it's good to like go out and see people, meet people, talk to them, and yeah, see the city in another way. Like standing in a corner, standing there for 1 hour, and just wait, see what's happening, and see beauty in everywhere.
So when it comes to photography, how important do you think it is to share your work with other people and just keep the knowledge and the inspiration open?
Yes, I think the good stuff and like everything should be shared, especially with digital technologies. Like it doesn't take an effort. Like don't need to print or write things again. It's just like send it, email, publish it everywhere. And so I think this is the way to go.
So what projects do you want to focus on while living here in Berlin?
I will stay here for 3 months. So yesterday I saw like many bicycles on fallen down. So I started taking pictures like this. Like I said, I'm very shy. I'm still not like I don't like portraits. I like the candid moments. Subways I like too. So I think I will try like subways, fallen bicycles, and standing on corners.
And after attending the workshop, what advice would you give to people who have fears when coming to shooting street photography, how to overcome them and feel more comfortable?
Well, doing the workshop and seeing other people going in groups, I haven't done this before that much. It's great to see how other people approach other people and take pictures and what they see. Really like this. So get people, like get friends everywhere, go out to shoot. You don't need like to stay like go to one place like a demonstration or something and then meet, lose, and then in 20 minutes we will see each other and then focus and see how they shoot, and afterwards like we did today, see the photos, review the photos and get critiques and everything. It's very great.
Dude, awesome, man. One more round. One more round. Hello.
Hello.
Introduce yourself to the camera.
But she asked me, we want nochmal. So you all want one more beer?
Oh, yes.
So how many?
Huh?
We would have one last round.
Cindy, introduce yourself to the camera.
I think you've introduced me already.
Huh? So this is Cindy Manage.
Where are you pointing at?
Oh, boy. So this is Cindy Wynn, inspiration behind Eric Kim Street Photography. So,
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh wait, I want this raspberry beer.
raspberry beer.
Raspberry beer.
The raspberry.
So, how is it living with a crazy street photography boyfriend?
I don't live with you.
Yeah.
Cut.